Hey guys, welcome back to another Ryland Trades video, guys. Let's freaking go. I'm so happy to announce the golden strategy right now is live and through my VIP members on the WAP right now, guys. Oh my goodness, they are cooking on the Discord and everywhere, guys. Oh my goodness, this is amazing stuff here. I'm going to share you guys this golden strategy. This is called the TGS strategy. So if you're one of the first ones to know this strategy, you're in luck, because seriously, this strategy has made me over so much figures and payouts this past couple months. So let me go ahead and show you exactly how this strategy works, how to apply this in charts, what I exactly look for every single morning in the charts. Let's jump right in here. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe. That's all I ask from you guys. So I love to go ahead and trade this every single day. This is literally my strategy. This has been my strategy so long, and not many people know about it at all. It's so simple, and you guys could literally make good trades, okay, off of the strategy. This is called the continuation model, okay? So this strategy here is a continuation model, okay? So basically a continuation, and there's reversals, right? So continuations, they're more higher probability that's going to happen, right? Rather with reversals, if you're trading reversals, your win rate is not as good and it's not as probable, right? It's less probable that's going to happen. So this is a continuation model. All you're going to simply do is wait to the candles. What do they tell you? You're going to continue the trend overall. So with that being said, let me go ahead and go over this step by step. I'm going to start in the 1 hour time frame. Okay, we're going to go ahead and mark out our highs and lows. Where are our highs and lows at? Well, here's our high here. Here's our high here. Okay, we have these highs, and then we also have our lows. So these points I marked out are liquidity in the market. Okay, swing traders have their stops here. Okay, basically price runs to these areas where where these highs and lows are, and they stop swing traders out. All right, so it's kind of like what I look for price to move in these directions towards these highs or lows. So once you guys got this marked out, what we're going to go ahead and do now is jump down on the 15-minute. Okay, where's my tool at? There it is. Where my text? Okay. So after you guys mark the highs and lows in the 1 hour time frame, you could also drop down the 15-minute. We can mark out some of these lows as well in the 15-minute. Okay, just like this. And we also have some more highs on the 15-minute here as well. Price could probably reach to this high. Okay, so now what we're simply going to do now, simple as this so far, okay, mark out our 930 open. So since we have our liquidity levels, we're going to mark out 930 open. This is Eastern time, by the way, just to let you know, and this is all I simply look for. I'm going to go ahead and simply see what price does in the morning right at open. Okay, so let me show you right now. All right, so we're close to price opening. Immediately it skyrockets up. All right, and it's going to give us a nice range here we can go ahead and go off of. So we're simply just going to wait till price gives us a nice low to a high. All right, right after 930 open. If we look here, we have a low to a high. Okay, if we mark this out here, and if we're looking continuations based off what price is giving us in the morning, if we're looking for continuations here, we're going to look for these highs to get taken out. Now, let's see if we get a nice retrace. Okay, in this case, we did not get any retrace. However, if we look here, we have another swing point from a low to a high here. And this is pretty choppy. Usually what I like to look for is a nice range from a low to a high, but this is okay to mark out. So this is a low to a high. Now, if we look here, this is the Ganbox tool, by the way. So this is going to be the levels. Go ahead and copy these levels and apply it to the chart. So when you measure a prominent low to a high, okay, we're simply going to wait price to get into our 0.5 area. This right here is our discount zone. Okay, so we want to see price come inside this discount zone and reject off of that zone, continuing this overall bullish trend, right? So what I look for is fair value gaps. This simple. do we have a fair value gap inside our range? Well, right here, look at, we have a fair value gap right here, correct? We have a fair value gap right here, okay? Usually I like to see more fair value gaps inside this range. However, since we have a fair value gap here, I want to go ahead and see if price could get into our 0.5 level. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is set an entry here. This is where I want to get into the trade. So I'm going to have my stops here targeting a 1 and 2. Okay, so notice how usually people put their stops above a fair value gap for the entry. I like to wait for price to hit our discount zone. So I'm actually going to put our entry there. Let's see what price gives us here. Price comes down and price immediately rejects and wicks into our take profit, okay, for 1 and 2 risk reward. And what does price do after that? Well, then it continues up, okay? So again, all we're simply looking for with this strategy, you guys, is a continuation, okay, because it's more probable in your favor. So let's go ahead and, since I broke this down for you on the chart, let's go ahead and apply this like if it was an actual trade here. So with this model here, the first step, what we're going to do is start in the 1 hour time frame. We're going to mark out our lows and highs. If we look here, we have our low. We have a low here. We have our low here and low here. And then we also have these imbalances as well. So I'm thinking price could probably come up inside these balances. We're going to go ahead and see what price does and gives us in the morning. We're right at 9:30 open. So we're going to mark those highs out as well. Now, let's drop down to the 15-minute. We're going to mark out some more of these highs. We have this high up here, this high here, and it looks like this high is already swept. And we also have this high as well. I'll just mark this one out too. So now our next step, we're going to go down to the 1 minute time frame. We're going to go ahead and, where's my tool? Okay, so then we're going to mark out 9:30 open. Where's 9:30 open? Right here. Let's see what price gives us in the morning. So market opens here. And we're going to wait for a nice range from a low to a high or a low to, or a high to a low. So we're simply going to wait for a nice range from a low to a high or a high to a low. Let's see how this plays out here on the chart. Okay, so it looks like we swept this low. But do we have a nice range? I want to see a nice decent range here, okay? So for example, we have a little bit of pullbacks here, but we also swept down a low. We're just going to see exactly what price could give us. If we look here, price created, oh yeah, here we go, perfect. So we look on the chart here, we have a nice low to a high we can mark out. Now, with the 0.5 range, once price reaches back into this range, we're going to look for buys. Okay, continuing this trend going higher, just like this. So what do we look for here? Well, we're going to look for fair value gaps. Look at this. So we have one fair value gap here. Just so you can see this, let me make this dark here. Okay. And then we also have a fair value gap here. So with this continuation model, we're going to select one of these fair value gaps to go long on. What I like to see is mainly the furthest one for long, because the furthest fair value gap is more criteria in the trades where it's more probable, right? So when you're taking this trade, if you see this fair value gap getting tapped into here, the chances of this holding here, since it's the furthest fair value gap away, is more likely, okay, than rather than this one. However, what I like to do still is you could still take a trade here on this one here, okay? For example, like this. Okay, since it's in our discount range, fair value gap, boom, we could go ahead and long this here. And for some reason, if this fails, for example, like this, then we could look to take this fair value gap inside this range. Okay. So let me go ahead and see how this plays out. So let's just say this is a real trade. We're going to go ahead and put our stops at this wick low. We're going to go ahead and target our 1 and 2. We're going to create a limit order. We're going to go ahead and buy the market right there. Let's see how this trade plays out here. Okay. That just raped my ears. Oh my goodness. Okay. So price immediately tapped us in. Then we went ahead and saw what a nice rejection from this fair value gap. Let's see what price gives us now. Will price go up or will it boom right there? Look at tapped us out of the trade right there. Let's just see out of curiosity. We'll just see what price does now. Okay, continues. Does it continue up? Price is pretty choppy here because this was a CPI day. So it's the recent trading day. But if we look here, we're continuing this uptrend. As you can see, we're continuing the trend, right? So again, you guys, when it comes to this continuation model, what we're going to go ahead and look for is mark out highs and lows on the 1 hour time frame or on the 15-minute time frame, okay? And also the 15-minute time frame. Then what we're going to go ahead and do is wait for 9:30 open. All right, and once you see what price does in the morning, if you look here, we also had a nice range from a high to a low here, for example. Okay. If we look, does our 0.5, is there any fair value gaps here? Okay, so for example, is there any fair value gaps here? Only in here, but we want to go ahead and wait for price to hit this area. Okay, price did, but we had a fair value gap down here. We don't have one inside our discount zone. It has to align with the 0.5 level or in our discount. This is not a valid high to a low. Okay, we mark out. So right here, if we look, we had a nice range. First of all nice bullish candles, a nice range here. And then we also have that rejection off the fair value gap for continuing going higher. Okay, as you can see, okay, for a long position. That simple, guys. With this strategy, it's that simple. You guys can go ahead and I'll give you guys two options right now, okay? You guys could either go ahead and apply the knowledge I'm giving you here for free, or if you guys want tons of examples, tons of VIP educational content on this, literally live examples, stuff like that, go ahead and join the Discord down below and join the VIP, okay? Go ahead and click the link down in the VIP and you guys get access to everything with the strategy, exactly everything I look for. This is mainly what I look for, guys, but there's two other secrets I could go ahead and show you guys within the strategy to increase the win rate insane, okay? And I've been trading the strategy for a long time, so go ahead. Again, I achieve many payouts with this strategy, and I know you can too within the VIP, okay? All my members every day, they send me their amazing trades, and they do spectacular when it comes to the golden strategy here on the VIP, okay? So if you guys want access to the VIP, go in the description down below and click the button for the VIP right there and get access to everything. And I have 3 profitable strategies in there you could use to excel your trading and VIP content and one-on-one mentorship, stuff like that. So go ahead and join that now. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys do like this video. Hit the like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.